He was a killer with the ultimate cover. As a base commander in the Canadian Air Force, Colonel Russell Williams comforted families of the fallen, rubbed shoulders with the Prime Minister, and even flew planes for the Queen. But no one, including his wife, knew that he was also a sexual deviant, burglar, rapist, and murderer.
In the quiet town of Tweed, Ontario, lived a man with a sinister double life. His name is David Russell Williams, a former colonel in the Royal Canadian Air Force. On the outside, Williams was a respected figure in his community, but beneath it all lay a cold-blooded serial rapist and murderer. Born in 1963 in England, David and his family immigrated to Canada, settling in Ontario. His father worked as a metallurgist at a nuclear research laboratory.
To speak of.
And the man who may know him best.
And he wasn't just some average person that was in my life. I mean, we were very close.
The Williams family went through a period of change when his parents divorced and his mother remarried.
Pretty well every day he'd be here, off and on. And going and coming all hours, you never knew. Because he's a very busy man and he had a big job to do.
David then pursued higher education at the University of Toronto, studying economics and political science. Post-graduation, Williams joined the Canadian Forces in 1987. He earned his flying wings in 1990 and served as a flying instructor. Russell Williams steadily climbed the military ranks, transitioning through roles from an instructor, transporting VIPs, and eventually earning a Master of Defense Studies in 2004. In 2009, he reached the pinnacle of his military career as the commanding officer of 8-Wing CFB Trenton, overseeing Canada's largest military airbase. The facade of a decorated military officer began to crack on a cold November night in 2009. The victim was a young, vibrant woman named Marie-France Comeau, a 38-year-old corporal in the Canadian Forces. She served as a flight attendant on military VIP flights, which Williams piloted. Their paths had crossed on several occasions. On that dreadful night, Williams broke into Comeau's residence, overpowering her with ease due to his military training. What followed was a nightmarish ordeal of torture and terror that went on for hours.
Yes, I think I'll have the opportunity to drop the puck at the beginning, a ceremonial dropping of the puck early on.
As Williams tormented Comeau, the merciless assault ended Comeau's life, leaving the town of Tweed in a state of shock and disbelief. As dawn broke, Williams retreated back to his double life, continuing his decorated military service, his face masking the horrors of the night before. As the days turned into weeks, the sinister urges within Williams grew stronger. His next documented target was a young woman named Jessica Lloyd. The methodology was the same. Once again, the horrific ordeal Lloyd endured under Williams' grasp went on for hours. Unfortunately for Williams, the Ontario Provincial Police were slowly piecing together the grim puzzle as evidence began surfacing. Tire tracks and boot prints at Lloyd's residence would eventually lead them to Williams. On February 7, 2010, under the stern interrogation of OPP investigator Jim Smith, Williams was confronted with the evidence. The facade crumbled as he confessed to the horrific crimes committed against Lloyd and Comeau, along with 2 more victims. Many other sinister acts that painted a terrifying picture of a serial predator whose actions sent shockwaves throughout the nation. Hours after the announcement of Williams's arrest, police services across the country reopened unsolved homicide cases involving young women in areas where he had previously been stationed. Subsequent investigation into Williams brought further confessions and revealed evidence of detailed note.
Colonel Russell Williams is the 8th-Wing Commander of CFB Trenton.
Much to the authorities' surprise, he had broken into at least 82 houses to steal women's and girls' underwear, which later escalated to sexual assaults and later still to the rapes and murders. According to reports, the women had been bound in their homes and Williams had taken photos of them. To top this off, details emerged of a new mother who was woken with a blow to the head while she and her baby were asleep in her house. Williams was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of forcible confinement, 2 counts of breaking and entering and sexual assault. Another 82 charges relating to breaking and entering were later added. Williams was taken in custody on February 8, 2010.
A top-ranking military officer was charged today with some very grave crimes.
In April of the same year, he was placed on suicide watch at Quint Detention Center in Napanee, Ontario.
Been interviewed by the police in a room like this before?
I've never been.
Oh, no?
Okay.
Tremors through the core of the military community and the quiet town. The haunting reality that a monster had been lurking among them left a scar on the hearts of the residents. As of 2023, now 60 years old, Russell Williams is serving his time at the Port Cartier Institution in Quebec. His military commission was revoked, with all his accolades being retrieved by the military. Join us next time for more shocking tales in the midst of seemingly peaceful societies.